A tense situation Tuesday afternoon in Dayton led to the exchange of gunfire between police and residents of a home. The incident resulted in the arrest of a man and a woman. Dayton and Maple Grove police officers, along with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, were all involved. We get more now from Eric Nelson.
Shannon, yesterday was not your typical Tuesday here in this Dayton neighborhood known as the Pines. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Department was carrying out a search warrant at a house behind me. Ultimately, gunfire was exchanged. We caught up with an eyewitness who gave us a vivid description of what he saw.
I saw a local city and a sheriff's office with a woman on the ground on her knees, handcuffed, and they had their rifles in hand pointing at another house, and out came a gentleman with his hands up. He got about halfway to the police officers, took his shirt off, kept walking. They arrested him with without any altercation.
Nathan Mathis is a construction worker from Maple Grove. He was on the same block when this explosive situation began at approximately 4:20 p.m. Tuesday. According to Mathis, officers flocked to the neighborhood, showing up with guns in hand and casing the area. Every nearby intersection was blocked off for more than 3 hours. And for a while, no one knew exactly what was going on.
Everyone kind of stuck their heads out of their houses and looked at all the police officers, and they just marched around each individual house. They were set up on the front porches with guns in their hands, looking at them. It kind of intimidating for me, but at that, nothing really happened after that. And then at that point, they kind of just escorted each one of us out.
We reached out to the Sheriff's Department earlier today to see if they would comment on the case, but they can't because it's an active investigation. Reporting in Dayton, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
No one was injured in the incident. As we went to air Wednesday afternoon, charges in the case were pending. Real estate safety concerns are on the rise after a recent house showing in Maple Grove led to a realtor's death. Pafua Yang joins us now with more. Pafua?
Shannon, during New Year's Eve, a real estate agent with the Chris Lindahl team, 28-year-old Monique Baugh, was kidnapped and killed. I talked to realtors who did not personally know Baugh, but say it still hits home.
The real estate company itself is going through dramatic changes, and we hate it whenever somebody that's a member of the association, it's like a big family. When we lose one of those, it's a devastating blow for everybody.
Galler says his best safety tip for realtors is if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. He also encourages using a buddy system, saying don't go to a property on your own, especially at odd hours. If no one can come with, make sure someone knows where you are and what your expected time frame will be.
So we do regular training through our local associations. The Minneapolis Association is one of the biggest that does twice monthly training sessions for realtors, just to make sure that they understand this is important, and here's some steps, not just to tell them it's important, but to give them some tools to use.
Galler says there's 21,000 association members in the state that make more than 180,000 transactions a year. He says it's rare that something happens to a real estate agent, and he hopes the tragic event doesn't discourage those aspiring to be realtors. Shannon?
All right, thank you, Pafua. Golden Valley welcomed 2 new council members Tuesday night and said goodbye to 2 as well.
I love you, and God bless Golden Valley. And now for one last time, I'm Joni Clausen, Golden Valley City Council. Thank you.
Joni Clausen bid a tearful farewell after 7 years on the City Council. Also departing was Steve Smidgall after 6 years on the Council. Right afterwards, their replacements were sworn in. Maurice Harris took his seat on the Council alongside fellow freshman Kimberly Sandberg, who had the unusual good fortune to be sworn in by her mother-in-law, Judge Kathleen Sandberg. Also sworn in for another term was Mayor Shep Harris. Following the swearings in, the new members got down to business. The northwest suburbs are getting closer to getting something local cities currently don't have: distilleries with cocktail rooms. In Monday night's New Hope Planning Commission meeting, the owners of A. Davis Distillery got unanimous approval of their plan for opening a microdistillery and cocktail room. The business will be located in the former Mountain Mud on 42nd Avenue. Owners say it will be open for cocktails Wednesday through the weekends, with mainly group events on Sundays. The city will have to change an ordinance which currently prohibits cocktail rooms from being open on Sundays. The matter now moves to the City Council, which is expected to address it in the January 27th meeting. In Brooklyn Park, the city could soon have a distillery and cocktail room as well. Skaalvenn Distillery has been producing spirits for nearly 5 years. The owners now want to make changes to their location to have a cocktail room, which would allow the business to serve its products on site. Skaalvenn is located in an office warehouse type building at 73rd and Boone. The Brooklyn Park Planning Commission will review a permit change request this week. Robbinsdale residents are invited to give feedback on what the city's future water treatment plant will look like. The City Council approved putting the facility on the southern portion of Lee Park, that is in the central part of the city. The $16 million project will replace 3 plants the city is currently using. An open house will take place Monday, January 13th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Robbinsdale City Hall. The city will take input on design features for the exterior of the building. A train snafu and a picture online quickly became the talk of the town this week. A car hopper belonging to Canadian Pacific Railway accidentally opened up, spilling gold kernels inside the tracks. The corn trail was approximately 400 to 500 yards long in Crystal. The spill happened on the east-west tracks running right under County Road 81. A crew was at work later in the day Tuesday cleaning up all of that corn, and we are sure that any squirrels, turkeys, or deer will take care of the rest. For more stories like this one, make sure you check out our website, ccxmedia.org. We'll see you there.
The Maple Grove girls hockey team recently went through a stretch of 5 games with 4 losses. The 5th-ranked Crimson were looking to get back on track with their 2nd win in a row. They faced a good Blaine team in a key Northwest Suburban Conference game. Early first period, Blaine's top scorer, Danny Brunette, gets a good scoring chance, but rings her shot off the goal post and out. Coach Amber Hagelin's team takes the lead later in the first. Jenna Tim with the shot from the point. Lauren Stensley sweeps home the rebound, and it's 1-0 Crimson. About 3 minutes later, Crimson score again on a rebound try. This time it's number 17, Tristana Tater, knocking the puck home. And it's 2-0 Maple Grove after 1. Second period, and Stensley makes a great play here. She steals the puck at the Blaine blue line, comes in and fires a shot behind goalie Haley Hansen. It's a shorthanded goal, and the score is 3-0. Blaine answers, though, on the same power play just 14 seconds later. Shelby Sandberg scores on the rebound, and it's a 3-1 game. But Crimson goalie Brooke Casibo stops the Bengals the rest of the way. She turns away 29 shots of the night, and Stensley adds an empty netter late for the hat trick as Maple Grove scores a 4-1 win over Blaine. The Park Center girls basketball team ended 2019 with their first loss of the season to powerhouse Hopkins. The Pirates got back on the court Tuesday as they hosted Elk River. Johanna Langman steps in for the steal for Elk River and sends it to Lydia Hawk for the layup, and a 10-6 advantage for the Elks. They have nice rotation of the ball quickly around the perimeter and into Langman for 2 of her 16 points. And it's 24-15 Elks. Ellie Barr is right on target with a post feed into Langman for 2 more. Elk River dominates the first half, and they lead at 29-17 at halftime. Pirates battle back. Aaliyah Raglan finds Tanae Griffin cutting for the layup, and Park Center's back with an 8 at 29-21. But the Elks go on a 12-0 scoring run. Hawk with a hesitation dribble, and she gets in for the layup. She scores 28 on the night, and the Elks go up by 20. Part of the reason for their success, they win the battle on the boards. Langman keeps it alive and gets it to Ellie Moss with a short shot. Elk River hands Park Center its 2nd straight loss. 65-50 is the final. One night after the Rogers girls basketball team beat Osseo on a buzzer-beating 3-pointer, those goals were matched up in boys basketball. This one on the Orioles' home court. Early second half, Connor Nygaard finds Michael McIntyre. He scores down low for Osseo. Just like the Rogers girls, the boys team has some good long-range shooters. General Maurer hits the 3 for a 37-34 Royals lead. Osseo spreads the floor. Bernardo Moria to Owen Dukowitz. The sophomore finishes. Orioles are up 41-39. Good defense by Osseo forces an errant pass. Donald Ferguson tracks it down and scores plus the foul. The Orioles are up by 4. Rogers rallies back. Peyton Belka hits a 3 and is fouled. The 4-point play cuts Osseo's lead to 48-46. Josh Ola Joseph works his way inside and gets the and one for Osseo. Then Ola Joseph with the flush for a 61-57 Orioles lead. He nets 24 points in the game. Rogers down 2, less than 30 seconds to play. Jake Herman drives. Dukowitz, though, gets up for the big block to seal it. The Orioles take it 64-59. There's about a month to go in the regular season for local gymnastics teams. After the holiday breaks, teams are back into their regular routines. They resumed meet competition. Hopkins hosting Breck in a non-conference meet Tuesday. Breck's Erica Johnson on bars scores her team's highest mark with an 8.15. On vault, Hopkins' Avery McIntosh with a great effort. She earns an 8.95 for the Royals. Kay Murphy, the top scorer on bars for Hopkins with an 8.625 as Hopkins wins the meet.